back to another Short and Sweet, where the reviews are short.
And it's really sweet that they shared it with us.
It's really sweet that Barrell Craft Spirits shared their new Foundation Double Barrel. That's a lot of barrel in there.
There's a lot of barrels.
With us.
Some have one L, some have two L's.
That's right.
Different spellings of barrel. So the original Foundation release was back in 2023. At the time it was priced at $60, I believe. It's now $54.99. So the same DNA from that bottle is what's in this bottle. It's just double barreled. Now they don't tell us how much time it was double barreled for.
No,
so.
but how much cost and the suggested retail price of the double barreling do to this?
It didn't do anything. It's still also $54.99.
No,
which
I knew that.
He did know. He was leading the witness.
I was leading.
Yeah, I mean, normally we see, the use of another barrel introduces an additional cost on the production end, which then gets passed down the line to the consumer.
Right.
We're not seeing that here. We're seeing it same price as the, Foundation release, which was
Love to see that.
also their first non-cast strength release.
That's right. They've been known for
company.
the past 10 years of putting out cast strength offerings, single barrels, blends, of course, and this is a blend, and we'll get into that in just a second. But yeah, since 2023, a more cut down 100 proof. This one's also 100 proof. So for the people who don't like cast strength, you can enjoy some barrel. Plus, easier on the wallet there.
That's true.
All right, let's get into what is in this guy. So it has a derived mash bill, meaning the mash bill after they combine all the different mash bills is 73% corn, 23% rye, and 4% malted barley.
Okay.
And now the thing about it, it's got a 5-year age statement on there, which is true. They are following the rules, and I commend them for that.
Yes.
But putting a 5-year on here, I just wouldn't do it. Because we all know if it's at least 4 years old, you don't have to put an age statement on there.
Okay.
I think that 5-year might drive some people away. They're like, yeah, it's $55. It's only a 5-year. But listen to what is actually in there.
Tell us.
Well, the youngest is a 5-year from Indiana and Maryland. But that Indiana also has a 6-year and a 9-year.
Okay, I didn't know that.
The Maryland also has a 6-year. Then there's a Tennessee 8-year and a Kentucky 8-year. So
I hear what you're saying. The 5-year might be doing it I wouldn't say a disservice, but in some people's mind, they're gonna think, that $50 to $60 range is like maybe pushing it for some people if it's just a 5-year.
But let's get to nosing. Well, it's kind of a fruity type of floral nose.
It's going in a lot of different directions for me. Yeah, you get fruity, floral, a little bit of nutty, earthy.
Yeah, with some woodsy.
Almost butter pecan kind of thing. Yeah, a little woodsy. You get some oak coming through, which I'm gonna, attribute to some of those 8-year, 9-year blends that are in bottles that are. You know what I'm trying to say.
I have no idea, Sarah. I'm gonna say pralines, huh?
Sure, pralines.
Yeah. There's a citrus in there that's sort of like an orange lemon hybrid. Kind of both of those in there. Pretty good nose. All right. To your health. Got a little punch for 100 proof.
Shoo, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I definitely get that like butter pecan praline thing on the palate. Again, yeah, like you said, a little bit of everything around the flavor wheel, right? You get that kind of nutty, sweet butter pecan praline. There's some earthiness in there, some wood notes, but also a pop of citrus, a hint of floral. Mm-hmm. It's got kind of maybe a touch of baking spice.
Yeah, I'm getting like some
cinnamon,
some sweet tasting honey in there,
as opposed to that really sour honey.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that an oxymoron though? Sweet honey.
But like, ooh, this honey's sweeter than
the other. This house is bigger than your old one.
Yeah, second sip, more acclimated to it, less heat, I would say, and more woodsy oak notes. Mm-hmm. And
yeah.
You expect that from a double barrel. Blind, I don't know if I would say, hey, is this a double barrel?
So I was just about to say that. I feel like the influence from the wood on the double barreling process isn't super apparent to me. Like, I wouldn't be able to identify it blind, I don't think. What I think would be good would be to try this against the regular Foundation and kind of see the difference between the two. But we'll save that for another day, I suppose.
But what I don't want to say for another day is to tell you about our home on the internet. It's whiskyambitions.com. It's where you can get the rye or dye t-shirt that I'm wearing, hat that I'm wearing, nothing that Sarah's wearing, but she's holding.
I still Austin
You got a still
shirt
Austin shirt on.
I love that shirt.
Yeah, the Glencairns that we're drinking from. And we're having a sale all through February.
That's right.
Sarah, it's our Elemental Elixir Golden Hour Cocktail Syrup. It's buy one,
get one free. Can you believe? Just use the code Golden Hour at checkout. You got to add 2 to your cart, right? You do it even numbers, buy one, get one free. You add the code, you get the one for free.
And someone just the other day bought 3 got 3 free.
Yeah, I know. Crazy, right?
Crazy. But yeah, that's our bottle cut candles, hoodies, because it's cold out and you know it, and you'll catch your death of cold if you don't bundle up. And more always coming soon at whiskyambitions.com.
And you can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join our community for as little as $1 a month. And we let them know first when we get new merch in. They get discounts on that merch depending on their tier, access to our barrel picks, very exciting stuff, and more.
All right, we're gonna let it sit here. Let it open
give it a
up,
second.
and we'll be back after some time. All right, it's sat here. Let it open up, get some air into it, and now we're back at it. Oh, more berries this time on the nose.
The initial hello, how are you mouthfeel, really nice. It does get a bit dry, and I will say, I don't want to say bitter, but it does get a little bit dry and tannic, and I think that might be coming from this double oak process or the double barrel process. But I like the initial mouthfeel. It seems pretty oily, but then it kind of, goes.
I'm not really picking up dryness. I will say it's getting better for me with every sip, but something is standing in the way there a little bit, and it might be the double oak process here. I do think we need to try it against the regular Foundation
just to see the difference.
But yeah, it is sort of like hitting a little bit of a wall there in the finish. I think the palate and the nose, I feel like, are the best parts.
Agreed.
Of this, and I am enjoying it.
I think the blend was done really well. They're great masters at blending. I will say I love barrel in general. The Vantage, I'm a big Seagrass fan.
Oh, yeah.
The Dovetail, I love that as well. Maybe this one is just not the one for me. Maybe I mean, all those products I just listed are almost double the cost of this one. So maybe I just have a taste for the finer things. I don't know. I like it. I can appreciate it. I just don't know that we're not a perfect match.
Well, what I do love in a old fashioned is a good double oak bourbon. So might try this in an old fashioned, see how that fares. But I will say that it is growing on me. The more I have it, the more I'm appreciating the flavors that it's bringing. We will obviously have to try it against the non-double oaked Vantage Foundation. See, that's your fault.
I did it.
To see which one we're liking. But I think, for the price, $55, gotta commend them on that. Gotta commend them on not raising the price due to the second barreling costs that went into this.
And the fact that there's some 8 and 9 year also blended into this, and we're sitting still at that price point. But it's just something to note.
For sure. But I feel like it's not a big investment if you want to get a bottle and see how it is, or if you find it at a bar. Price of the bottle, it's probably going to be a pretty reasonable price for a pour if you want to try that first. But I would say that's where we got to leave it.
I think so.
Yeah. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so by clicking right up here. There are suggestions of other videos down here, and we hope to see you over there in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Thank you, Barrell Craft Spirits. Until next time, drink more bourbon.